Good morning, good Tuesday morning to my Milton Academy family. I miss you guys. But isn't it funny? Even last Tuesday, I noticed this, that it's raining. And at least it's raining right now. I don't know if it's around 11:30 today or quarter to 12 when we usually meet. Um, I almost guarantee it's going to be raining because it's Tuesday and we usually do our meditations with the backdrop of the rain. And it's weird because it's been such a dry year to have it actually rain on the last two Tuesdays is kind of funny to me. Um, but I'm happy that you are here. I hope everyone is doing well. Today, we're going to work on obviously relaxing the body and focusing the mind. So I don't mind if you take this meditation in Shavasana, laying down in your bed, whatever you need to do to get yourself comfortable. Sometimes I like to sit up for this one and kind of open the chest, get the air in, get the oxygen flowing right to the brain, breathing in, noticing what's in my awareness, breathing out and kind of receiving what's there. But totally up to you, however you feel you will be most comfortable. I'd like to start off with a quote today. Actually, I'm going to hit you with two quotes today because I can't always seem to make up my mind. By the 13th century Sufi poet Rumi, that I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with. And so I'll start with my wife and actually my daughter, although she doesn't have a wide array of Rumi quotes in her repertoire, but I'll start with their favorite quote. It's also my favorite quote. And then we'll move into the quote for today's meditation. Their favorite quote, my favorite Rumi quote of all time, is out beyond ideas of wrongdoing and right doing, there is a field. I will meet you there. And I believe that we're all, when we close our eyes, all, like I was saying yesterday, all these doors lead to the same room. And I don't care what type of practice you're doing it. They're all kind of cultivated to bring us to the same room. And that room is awareness, and it's where we will all meet or eventually meet again. But today's quote is based on the body scan. And so Rumi is quoted saying that the body is a screen that reveals and partially hides the light that is blazing inside of your awareness. So today's meditation is kind of like, you've heard me say this before, shining a flashlight of awareness to different regions of the body and seeing what's there, seeing if we can create spaces, just like we can create spaces between our thoughts, that we can create spaces within the body and see if we can reveal what's there. There's something so incredibly powerful about this practice, being able to create space in the body, allowing what's hidden sometimes to be revealed. Oh, I didn't realize that my hips were tight. Oh, I didn't realize that my calves were tight. If we can start to reveal what's there, we can start to be not only more flexible in the mind, but also flexible in these parts of the body. There's a mind-body connection that I believe that we all kind of tune into when we're practicing mindfulness throughout our day. But certainly even in our yoga practice, we start to notice that things change when we're practicing yoga. And our lives start to flow a little bit better if we can start to get that full body integration. Hopefully this practice for you will help you open up to greater creativity in your life, a greater clarity, and overall just a greater well-being. And so with that said, I want you to get as comfortable as you can, and let's see if we can find that light that is blazing inside our presence. And we can gently close our eyes. And we'll start by taking that first deep breath in through the nose. Let it fill up the lungs and just hold it for a moment. And let it out through the mouth. Really start to notice, see what opens. Breathing in, opening up that chest, breathing out. Allow what's there to reveal itself. In the next inhale, we're going to imagine that we can see the inhale come into the nose. You can imagine like a glowing, warm, white or, kind of golden light and we can shine it all throughout the different regions of the body. We'll breathe in, we'll imagine we can see that breath, and we'll send it right down the neck, the torso, let it wash down the hips, down the legs, all the way down to our feet. And with a little bit of openness and playfulness, let's just place our awareness at our feet and notice what wakes up. So you don't have to move the feet at all. We're not trying to force an awareness. We're just trying to notice what's there. So a few things could be tingling, numbness, sensation in one foot or the other. You can feel temperature, cool, warm. Or maybe you have no sensation in your feet at all, just an awareness. And you can still have awareness of no awareness, if that makes any sense. So just noticing what's here in the feet. See if you can breathe in. Almost imagine you can take in the air from the feet on the inhale. And as you exhale, I want you to silently think the words letting go. And we'll let go. We'll move up a little bit higher. We'll include the ankles, the calves, the shin bones, all the way up to the knees. Again, we're just noticing what's there. Can you feel the air on the shins? Is there any space in the calves? Do the knees feel tight, or maybe you can feel the fabric of your clothing stretched over them? And then imagining you can take in air into this part of your body on the inhale. And as you breathe out, I want you to silently think the words dissolve. So we're dissolving any physical stress here. We're letting go of our awareness here, and we're moving up to the larger parts of the legs, so the quads, all the way to the hips. So from the knees to the hips, so that includes the sitting bones, the hamstrings. At the very least, you should be able to feel the pressure between the backs of your legs and the seat, or the temperature. And breathing in here, noticing any awareness on the inhale, and breathing out, just silently thinking the words soften. See if you can soften the hips on the exhale. And then go ahead, bring that awareness up now to the abdomen, maybe the lower part of the back. And maybe you can feel the pressure of the lower part of the back on the bed, the mat. Or maybe it's the space between the lower part of the back and the seat. And breathing in here, noticing that expansion, breathing out, letting any physical tension dissolve, letting go. And go ahead, move up to the chest area, breathing in. Feel the chest open as you breathe in, that awareness, opening of the awareness. And breathing out, just receive what's here. How does the body settle into the seat? Do the shoulders drop? What reveals, particularly on the exhales? Is it a tightness in the shoulders or the neck? Or maybe it's a relaxation quality in the chest or the upper part of the back. And if you like, on the next inhale, you can imagine again seeing that golden light come in through the nose. And this time let it just soften the jaw, the neck, and let it wash down both the shoulders, down both arms. And just for a moment, let some awareness sit in your hands. So you're letting the awareness sit in your hands, and you're just again noticing what arises when you pay attention. Could be temperature, the air on the backs of the hands, palms of the hands. Sometimes there's awareness in the individual fingers themselves, or even the spaces between. See if you can bring some awareness to the spaces between the fingers. And that field Rumi's talking about, that space between the fingers where we know we don't just end at the boundary of our skin. We just appear separate, but we interact, we're inter-beings. So we can take that awareness and just bring it to the forearms and notice, do they feel tight? Maybe you can feel the elbows or the backs of the arms on the mat, bed, or just pulling down on the shoulders as you breathe gently. And then again, circling back to the shoulders, just as you gently breathe in, notice if the shoulders feel tight. This is where I carry a lot of my tension, the shoulders, the neck, the jaw, usually from hunching over a device of some sort and just being constricted in how we lead our day. So breathing in here, notice that constriction. And here I'll also just introduce attitudes of mindfulness. I will think, letting go on the exhale. So with my awareness at the shoulders, just creating that space of letting go. See if you notice, it really can dislodge some of that physical stress that we're carrying throughout our day. A lot of this is just about cueing the body to relax, to settle, to shine. And here I do tend to grind my teeth as well. So I will manually move my jaw around, kind of see if I can bring some awareness here and soften at the same time. Sometimes I notice it tight right around the ears, so bring that awareness to the ears, maybe the backs of the ears. And maybe see if you can turn that attention now to all the sounds in your environment right now. Be it my voice or just something in the background. Turning your attention to that awareness, that knowingness that you're hearing right now, and the comprehension of what it is that I'm saying. Take that awareness all the way in to the inner ears. And then see if you can bring some type of attention, some awareness to the face, the temperature, the air, the wind. Maybe it's on the chin, bridge of the nose. Again, just receiving what's there, softening around the eyebrows, the forehead. Maybe noticing some awareness at the back of the head. And then take it to the very top of your head. And at the very top of the head, I want you to imagine that there's a hole about the size of a quarter. And much like a whale or a dolphin can kind of take in their air from the tops of their heads, we can use the breath as a way to bring in some energy, some prana on the inhale. Bring it all the way in on the inhale, down the torso, all the way to the hips. And when you get to the hips and you start to exhale gently, almost like a wave that recedes back into the ocean, let it pull out any last bits of physical stress down the legs, all the way out the tips of your toes. So gently breathing in, sending that energy in, softening the shoulders, down the torso. Let that wave of relaxation spread down the legs, all the way out the tips of your toes. And just float for a minute, using your body, becoming aware of your body as a whole. The body is a screen that reveals and partially hides the light that is blazing inside your presence. And so, taking a moment to notice how you feel right now. Are you more aware? Are you more relaxed? Are you more awake? It's that type of awareness that we take into that core part of our practice. We're finishing up by focusing the mind a little bit, strengthening. And just like we did in the body scan, when we lost our focus on the body part, we usually became aware when I was speaking again. We just used my voice as the anchor. Now we're going to use the breath as the anchor, the starting point, a place to come back to. A centering device. So we're going to focus either on the nose, the chest, the abdomen. Start at the nose. On the next inhale, see if you can take that awareness, that space that we've created. Notice on the inhale. On the exhale, feel the pressure releasing. See if you can link a few breaths together. Or you can just think the mantra in and out with the attention placed on the nose, something to stabilize your attention in that space. So you don't quickly wander off so quickly. But also noticing the space. The secret is in that space, if we can wake up to the awareness of it. Maybe this morning you want to try the chest area, the same idea, breathing in. Feel the expansion. Feel the chest open. Expand that awareness. Breathing out, feeling it settle. Feeling the body almost saying thank you. Thank you for letting go. The mantra I like to use here if I'm particularly distracted any given morning is rise and fall. Finally, the abdomen, feeling that expansion, the pressure on the inhale. Let it dissolve on the exhale. Or we can always go to our standby mantra of breathing in, thinking the word let, breathing out, thinking the word go. So take these last moments, decide where you want to place your attention. Center yourself in either the nostrils, the chest, the abdomen. Start there. See if you can get a few breaths in, knowing it's okay and we will be distracted. Every time we notice a distraction, just become aware, practice that non-judgment. Don't beat yourself up. Remember that sense of playfulness we were talking about last week. We want to be playful with our attention, knowing we're distracted, and gently guide it back to the breath. And just keep going back and forth between awareness of breath, distraction, awareness of distraction, back to the breath. I'll keep an eye on the time. I'll ring the bell in a couple minutes, and then we'll continue to sit or lay with our eyes still closed. Let go of the practice, just rest. We're creating these spaces in the body so that the light can blaze through. If you took your meditation this morning in Shavasana, go ahead, Or gently and slowly roll to one side. Start making your way back to a seated position. You can start to move around, roll the head, the shoulders, stretch out, whatever you need to do. And when it's comfortable, go ahead and gently open your eyes. Namaste.